Hello everyone, welcome back to Jules Watches. Thank you so much if you've joined me following some of the other videos. I'm really pleased that the Seiko Panda chronograph, solar, speed timer, Saytona, whatever, has got to over 2,000 views. I'm really chuffed with that. So if you are one of those viewers, marvellous. If you're a new viewer, please check out some of the other ones. I've now got 33 subscribers. A few comments on some of the videos, so really pleased with the progress. So thank you very much for all that have taken part and interacted with the channel. If you could subscribe, I promise you that I won't bombard you with nonsense. I'm trying to get one out a week, but Christmas and New Year obviously have been a bit tough. Anyway, this is a quick one. This is sort of they're very divisive, these watches, because this is the Pagani Design Homage, Clomage. See, I'm cooking dinner at the same time as doing this video, so multitasking as a YouTuber. For a man with one arm to be in control of a large kitchen knife is probably not one working arm, should I say, because you can see that one, but it just doesn't work very well. Anyway, so this is Pagani Design's copy, clone, homage, tribute to, whatever you want to call it, to the Omega Speedmaster, the first watch in space. Very famous, very popular watch, very popular watch, and very plain, very basic, but does its job, and obviously has the history and the legacy of being one of these watches in space. Now, a friend of mine, Dave, actually has a Omega speed timer, and when you put them next to each other, it's a really good copy. It's a really good copy. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about how it looks like an Omega Speedmaster, speed timer, whatever it's called. What I'm going to talk about is for a cheap watch which you can buy on AliExpress for 60 quid. How good this watch is, because as well as having that look about it, quite sort of straightforward monochrome, good contrast looks. Sorry, the lights are a bit sort of flashy here, aren't you? You've got my two sets of lights from above. Maybe I should put different lights on. Sorry about that. So apologies if it's a bit sort of flashy there. But I've had this watch for almost a year now, and it's one of the cheaper end of my watches. So because I thought I'll wear that as my work watch, because my G-Shock needs a new battery, and I had a Luminox watch that was my work watch, and that needs a new battery as well. So I thought I'll give this a go as a work watch, and I'm wondering, well, it's got the AliExpress bracelet on it. It's, what build quality, I don't know. Is it going to take it? Now, I haven't cleaned this. I've shown it to you as it is in real life. So there's all the grime and all the grot. Sorry about that if you're just eating your dinner. This is my work watch. Now, for 60 quid, I think the version 5 is now up for about 64 quid. This was the version 3 when they changed the hands and the indices from silver to white to more sort of mimic the speed timer. So this is the PD1701 V3. Inside this is the VK63 Seiko quartz movement. But it's a sort of hybrid. So it's got the quartz movement that keeps it ticking. So you can see the 6 o'clock dial there, 6 o'clock sub dial, the second hand ticking around, showing it's a quartz. But when you press the lovely chronograph buttons, you get almost a sweep. I think it's sort of 3 or 4 ticks per second. And you get a nice feel on the buttons. So anyone who's seen my Seiko video will see that I moaned about the fact that the buttons are a bit, and then I did my Longines and you can hear it click from a mile away. It's lovely. But this one, you've actually got, sorry, again, my left hand has been a bit useless today. So you've definitely got a different click, stop, start, which is lovely. You've got sort of positive feedback from the buttons, and a lovely click when it resets up to the 12 o'clock position. So this is my work watch. And as you can see, the sapphire crystal is a sapphire crystal. It's got the anti-reflective coating on. It's nice and legible. It's just like the Omega that it copies, in that it's got the nice white hands. They're not sort of glossy white. They're just like a nice sort of matte white, but they're nice and clear. It's got the printed indices. It's got the 3 black sub dials. So you've got your countdown timer for your minutes when you're in chronograph at 9 o'clock. 3 o'clock, you've got your 24-hour register there. And at 6 o'clock, you've got your normal second hand. So the actual second hand on the main watch itself is stationary until you hit the chronograph function. So now look, so this watch has been on my wrist when I've chopped a 3-foot hole through a wall with an SDS drill and a diamond tip core bit, It's been under floors, it's been up in lofts, it's been holes in walls, it's been hit, it's been battered, it's been covered in expandy foam, it's been covered in sealant. And look at it. That's amazing. For a watch that gives you that sort of classic look, to still be on my wrist and still be functioning after almost a year of proper abuse. I mean, I don't work very much because I'm, as you might have seen from my profile, I'm a poorly man, so I help my daughter out every now and again when I can, help my friends out with DIY projects when I've got a bit of energy. But when I do go for it, oh good God, I go for it. So this thing has been through it. As you can see, look, you see all there, look, all that. So the chronograph works, it keeps good time. Another nice little feature actually is the date wheel. Now I'm not sure if the actual Omega has a date function on it. I'm not too sure whether that complication exists on there, but it's quite nice in that there's no window around it. The background of the date wheel itself is black, so it's not too, doesn't stand out too much. It's a nice little touch for it's a £60 watch. And again, look how that looks. Give this a clean up. It's going to look good as new. And again, not a mark on that sapphire, so it is proper sapphire. The bezel itself's done okay. The thing that amazed me most about this, and again it's quite simple on the back, it does have a picture of a rocket. Obviously Pagani Design never sent a rocket to the moon, but Omega did, so that's a bit cheeky, but there we go. So the pushers are good. The crown's even signed. Nice knurling on the crown. It's easy to use with the functions for the date and to set the time. The bracelet, now I've got to say, I've seen some really poor reviews and poor feedback on some of the Pagani Design bracelets, but this, with your push buttons, your safety system there, you've got a nice milled clasp. Now you look at some of the, I've got Citizens, my Citizen Atomic watch has got a pressed clasp. This has got a milled clasp, 65 quid, milled clasp, nice action. You've got your points of micro adjustment. You've got your signed clasp there, you've got your push buttons, but also you've even got, if I can do this with my wonky hand, excuse my disability there. I don't like being excused for my disability, but sometimes I have to ask. But it's got an extension function. It's not one of the fancy sliding ones like the Tudors and stuff like that, but if you've swelled up during the day, if you need it a bit bigger, or if you've got to put it on over something outside, you've got that nice look, that. Come on, I mean, there's Seikos and Citizens and Tissot's, and there's £300 to £800 watches that don't have a clasp of this quality. So that's why it stayed on my wrist, even when it gets an absolute battering. Sits in, locks in, it's nice and comfortable. The bracelet itself, the 3-link bracelet with the, well, actually it's 3-link, it is 3-link. But the ends of the outer links have got this sort of polished section to them. Sort of brushed on the outside there. You've got the pins to adjust it, which are quite nice and easy, to be fair. But it's nice and solid, it articulates well, and it stayed on my wrist. As I said, this has been thrust through holes in walls, thrust under floorboards, got trapped in my car door, had tools thrown at it, and it's still here. Now to me, lots of people talk about the, oh look, well, don't spend £8,000 on a Omega Speedmaster, spend £64 on the Pagani Design. That is absolute tosh. I mean, the brand itself for Omega, that's what you're spending the money on, but you are getting a far superior watch. But this looks nice. At a glance, you could get away with saying it is one, but I don't buy these watches for the homage or try and trick people. One, because it looks nice, and it does look nice. It's got lovely contrast, it's nice and legible. The lens is good. The anti-reflection's good, and it just looks the part. Nice wearing dimensions, to be honest. Because I'm not doing a detailed review, I haven't even measured it. It's got to be 38, 39. Shall I put it on my wrist? Go on then, yeah, you say. But let me just try and do this with my wonky wrist. Or can I have a sip of wine? I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. A nice Australian Shiraz there. One of my other pleasures in life. But I don't think I'll be doing a YouTube session on that, because I won't be able to talk by the end of each one. So there it is, a 7.5-inch wrist I've got. It fits nice, the clasp is nice, as I said, the bracelet articulates well, the end links don't stick out, Sorry, we've got a bit of reflection on the light there. I mean, let's try and move this around. Oh, there's me mashed potato for dinner. Just fits nice, just looks a nice, it's not too deep. It's got a reliable movement. It's never missed a beat in all that time. I can pick it up, know what time it is. Job's a good one. So, I was going to say, if you're worried about whether you should spend 65 or 70 quid on one of the versions of this PD1701, I would say go for it. And not because it's a homage of the Omega, just because it's a bloody good watch. It's nice and solid, it looks the part, it won't get damaged, you won't have to worry about scuffing it against the wall, you won't have to worry about being mugged for it. It's something that looks the part, does the job, and will stay on your wrist. And again, 65 quid. And they do them in the whites, they do them in the white and reds to look like the Omega Swatch watches. But again, it's just worth the money. Just go out and buy one. And again, this is my watch, paid for it with my own money, got no affiliation to AliExpress or Amazon. It's just something I bought myself. And I thought my last watch that I did a review of was my £3,000 Longines. And I thought, no, I'll go to the other end now, because each of these watches has its own place. And this one certainly does. This is my trusty work watch, and I wear it all the time. And it's been a cracker. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to get on and cook me dinner. Also get on and finish a glass of Shiraz. And hopefully catch up with you again soon. If you can, if you've got a second, a subscription would be nice. Like the video. And please comment. If I've got anything wrong, got anything right, just let me know. And I'll try my best to engage with everyone. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend. And a happy new year to you all.